Welcome to the Totally Honest Cooking Show. I'm Mark. Today we're making Cherries Jubilee, which is credited generally to Auguste Escoffier for the 1897 Diamond Jubilee of Queen Victoria. Vicky was apparently big into cherries, so he wanted a cherry dish to celebrate her Jubilee. And that involves fire, and we'll see if we can make that work. I've made this once before, yesterday, where I lost all the audio, and we're hoping that this new lav mic works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Okay, let's get started. You're gonna need a pound of cherries for this, and we're gonna go ahead and pit them. Now, as I quickly learned yesterday, my first time using a cherry pitter, you take the stem out, you put the stem side up into the pitter, and you don't just go like this, because if you do it the wrong way, you're gonna launch a cherry across the room. Did that yesterday. Really sad I didn't get it on usable footage. But you're gonna put it in, and you're going to clip your hand in front of it like that, and now you've got your pitted cherry. Then you're gonna do that enough to do a pound of cherries, and I'll be right back. Okay, at this point we're gonna cut our cherries in half. Like that. Keep doing it till you're done. Okay, next we're zesting a medium orange. And you're just going to go a little bit deep. You don't want to start seeing white. So just keep that in mind. That's the trick to zesting. You want the zest. You don't want to wind up taking the whole peel. We want a half teaspoon, but we'll take a little more if we get it, because zest is delicious. And we're just going to reserve that in our half teaspoon. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Oops. I didn't do the thing that you're supposed to do to release the juice, but that's okay. Next, I'm cramming the orange into my juicer, and I'm going to juice it. Now there's probably not enough juice in this. We may have to augment. You'll see what I mean. We wanted a fourth a cup of orange juice, and we didn't quite get there. So just add a little bit. Just a little bit. Pretty good. Then we're going to take 6 cardamom pods, and we're going to smack them. If your pods just bruise, that's fine. If they break, that's fine too. I want to put those in with the sugar. That's a fourth a cup of sugar. Then we're moving over to the stove top. Drop in 2 tablespoons of butter. Once our butter's mostly melted, we're adding our fourth a cup of orange juice, as well as our sugar and our cardamom pods. Give it a good mix around. And you're going to cook this until the sugar dissolves. It could take several minutes. And once it looks like the sugar has dissolved, we're going to add our cherries. Then we're going to throw in our zest. You didn't forget about that zest, did you? Mix that around just to get the zest out there. And we're going to cook these until the cherries start to soften and start releasing juice, because you want a strawberry syrup to form. And while that's going, I'm going to get my brandy out. You want a fourth a cup of brandy. Now, there are a lot of variations on this recipe. They're all pretty much the same. Some of them ask that you put in cornstarch or something to thicken. Some of them ask for other bizarre things, but most of them it's the same stuff. Brandy, orange juice, orange zest, bada boom, bada bing, you're done. You could use more sugar, less sugar, more orange juice, less orange juice. It all depends on, the product you want. I'm going with kind of a mid-level of sugar. I'm not sure what Vicky would have wanted, as I don't have the original Escoffier recipe in front of me. I took one from the New York Times that I mixed with one from All Recipes to make kind of its own jam. Now, I'm going to pour the brandy into a separate container. We're going to see if we can get it to fire. Yesterday when I made this, it did not fire, and I was sad. You see how these cherries are releasing juices though? Just like we said, they're starting to soften. We're going to let them go just a little bit more. Okay, kill the heat on the pan. We're maximizing our effectiveness. Now you could use a match. I tried to use a match yesterday. I could not get it to flame. So I'm using something that has its own fuel source. And we're going to see if we can get this to catch. It caught. Come on, burn independently. It's not burning independently. There we go. And we're going to just keep in mind that the flames can get kind of high. It'll burn out pretty rapidly. Okay, once that's done, turn our lights back on, turn our heat back on, and we're going to boil this just a little bit more to thicken up our sauce. While we're waiting, go ahead and scoop yourself some ice cream. You can use ice cream or cake for this. I'm still gluten-free, can't have cake. This is vanilla bean Haagen-Dazs, which isn't actually foreign at all. That's what we call a marketing ploy. Okay, it's looking pretty syrupy, so I'm going to give myself a serving. Keep in mind that serving it hot means that you will melt your ice cream, and it will look like this. It will be lovely and syrupy and melty and delicious. Now I gotta hurry up and eat this before it all melts. Like, subscribe, ding the little bell, leave me a comment down below, let me know what's going on, how you're doing, how I'm doing, all those good things. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.